G'day everybody, where's Wally? Well, here today I'm just going to show you a couple of little bits of evidence that show that the average flat earther not only has trouble perceiving a curve, but they have trouble perceiving the fact that people are laughing at them. Here is Exhibit A. This is Ranty Flat Earth and et al, and they're listening to a little bit of spoof. I'll play that one for you.
Hello, everyone at the Globe Lie UK convention. It's President Donald Trump. So I've been knowing about Flat Earth for a long time, and it's about time we disclose it, right? We're going to disclose it, and it's going to be tremendous. And I take credit for making the Earth flat again, okay? If it wasn't for Donald Trump, the Earth would still be a spinning ball. You got some tremendous speakers here at the Globe Lie convention, including the great Dave Murphy, Mark Sargent, Roxanne, and of course, Paul on the plane. It's going to be a terrific, tremendous conference, and believe me, we're going to make the Earth flat again. Okay, it's going to be tremendous, big league, and fantastic, and I am the reason why we're going to make the Earth flat. Nobody knows more about Flat Earth than me.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
That is really good.
And here is Exhibit B. This is Ranty et al. Talking about the Mark Sargent ad. And I'll leave a link to the one that Wolfie put up just the other day, so that if anyone wants to find it and have a chuckle, it's there. But look, I would normally do a slice and dice of this and point out the funny bits, but I'm just going to play the couple of minutes as it is, because I'd rather go outside and photograph the full moon and the burning sky that we've got at the moment. So much smoke over Brisbane, it's a beautiful red. So I'd rather go and do that. But anyway, enjoy and leave in the comments anything that you think is funny. My funniest part that I heard was they were talking about the Australians. Really hard case to crack, Australia. I wonder why. Is it because we are smart, or because we're on the bottom side of the globe? Or is it because of Wolfpack? Yay, Wolfie and the Wolfpack. We are all here doing it tough. Thanks, guys. Enjoy it.
Speaking of that, though, have you seen Mark Sargent's commercial?
Yes, I've seen it. Some people don't understand it, but for me, Flat Earth needs to be put out there by any means necessary.
I agree. I don't see it as okay. I don't know whether he knew what he was getting into and how it was going to turn out, but ultimately, they mentioned his name. They actually gave his name and told him he was a flat earther. So regardless of what people say, if it sends another 1,000 people to look at his channel, it's probably another 1,000 people that are going to be interested in flat earth. That's the way I see it.
Oh, fair play. I hope you get shitloads of money out of it as well.
Well, I mean, that comes with the territory when you. But you know, the idea is the message. That's the most important thing. Is getting it out there. Like I said, when I was at that Brian Cox thing, it kind of showed me that it's going to be very difficult to convince the masses that they've been lied to, because they were almost hypnotized by what he was saying, you know, in complete awe. And yeah, it's just getting people to recognize, or just to even look into it. I think to look into it. So. I mean, when I met him, he was a very down-to-earth guy. He's just as normal as anyone. So I don't think, you know, like I said, I don't think there's a bad decision when it comes to Flat Earth. Flat Earth is meant to be bad already. How bad can it get? Right? What can anyone do to make Flat Earth look bad already?
Oh, I know this one. We don't have to do anything. You're already doing it.
Well, I think at this point it's like any publicity, you know, just it's publicity. It's got to be good publicity. If you've got like these, it's a betting company, isn't it? That's going to be putting these commercials out, and they're going to be putting you know, you imagine they've invested quite a lot of money in them. So these things are going to get played over and over for months. So it's definitely going to, you know, send more people looking into Flat Earth. And people will realise that Mark isn't, you know, there to be ridiculed. They just ridicule because that's what they do, you know.
It's quite ironic that it's a betting company Okay, so if somebody was to use their brains now, they would use that betting company to say, well, okay, so it's not flat. Let's have a bet. Now, I don't think this was done by accident, and you know, it's all about the clues, and if you can look at this as a clue, and put, you know, it's a betting company talking about flat Earth. That's supposed to be ridiculous. So would they take this bet that the Earth is not a globe or flat, or, you know, like this? So I think it's.
I think for now, a bit like what Ranty's saying. For now, we kind of have to accept any kind of, and it's obviously going to be ridicule. You know, that's a given. But any kind of exposure in the mainstream that is starting to actually plant the term flat Earth within the group psyche is all that really matters for now. Yeah, it's going to be having the piss taken out of you, but so what? If it's hitting the mainstream, like you say, it's going to encourage people to start to look, and eventually, as Gandhi said, they'll stop taking the piss. You know what I mean? You know, and yeah. the stage moves on, but for now, it's sufficient that you can actually get that wording out into the mainstream. I think is quite significant.
Yeah, I mean, again, but for me, it's very clever. People see the opposite. Oh, it's like a damage, and I see it differently. You know, any advert could have been used. You know, cars, you know, coffee, you know, toothpaste, whatever. But this was a betting product company. So it's almost like they're telling you to place a bet on this without telling you to place a bet. Like, you've got the two things together, flat Earth and make a bet on your phone. So make a bet, you know, and if you can, usually, you know, bookmakers take any kind of bet. You know, you can bet that, you know, aliens will land or Elvis will return. You know, bookmakers take any kind of bet. So, you know, it reminds me when Poncho tried to place a bet and they, you know, they wouldn't take this bet. So I don't know if that's in Australia. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be, there seems to be a drive towards Australia, because the Australians seem to be. I'm not saying that they're slow coming to this understanding, but there doesn't seem to be a mass influx of us. There are some. There are, you know, definitely some Australians, you know, with this understanding, but it's like,